Welcome back, life coaches. Now, I know that you're hearing buzz about AI. That is, if you're reading any amount of news at all. Now, if you've tried it, there is a spectrum of how deep you've gone with it. Some of you have not gone too deep with tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, and maybe you're thinking, I haven't even started looking into those. Thank you for making me feel uncomfortable, making me feel behind. Just hearing those names can make you wonder if you're supposed to know the difference between them or how to even begin using them. Then there are other life coaches who are a little farther along. Maybe you've started asking ChatGPT questions about your coaching business. Maybe you've used it to brainstorm a few ideas or write a social post or two. You're experimenting, figuring out how it fits into your workflow. So it's not surprising that a thought starts to creep in. And I know it's not everyone, but I've seen it enough now to bring it up here. And that thought sounds something like, do I really need to invest in a business coach? If I can, or can I just ask ChatGPT? If that's been on your mind, or if you've found yourself stalling on hiring support because AI feels like the cheaper, more convenient option, that's what this episode is all about. This is for you because I'm here to tell you AI is a tool, it is not a coach. And I mean, I use it every single day in my own business and those of my clients. It is baked into my systems. I use it to get help writing, brainstorming, organizing, planning. I teach life coaches how to use it too. Sometimes I really take it to the next level. So what to order at a new restaurant? Where should I visit in a new city? How do I do a very specific thing in an online tool like Zapier, Entreport, Go High Level, something like that? And uh, some of the like ordering at a restaurant, my friends will give me trouble about it. It like I'm asking a robot how to live my life, but most of the time it's great. It's very helpful. And all that to say that I'm not anti AI at all. But there are real limits to what it can do for you, especially when it comes to building a sustainable, profitable coaching business. So today I'm giving you 10 practical, experience based reasons why working with a coach, an actual human, still matters. Especially if you want clients, if you want clarity, if you want to stop spinning your wheels and finally move forward. So, like I said, I love AI. I use it every single day in my business. I use it to help me write everything I write, everything. And that's a lot. But here's the important part. While AI helps me write, the ideas are always mine, and there are still a lot of edits that I have to make in order to make it mine and to sound like me. But let me walk you through exactly how I use it. My process almost always starts out with a podcast. I open up ChatGPT and brain dump. It's just a flow of consciousness about what I want to say. And it is very disorganized. And this is the real power of an AI tool is taking all of that flow of consciousness and putting it into something that makes sense. So it will create an outline. I tell it to create an outline for me. And that outline is usually pretty close, but I will tweak it a little more. I will figure out what's a little off because sometimes when it says something, it's just not exactly what I said, and I will add what it missed. Once I've got the outline dialed in, I go section by section and tell ChatGPT to write the next part of the podcast script. As I go, I copy and paste it into a document, editing and rewriting to make sure that it sounds like me and delivers the message that I started off with. What's amazing is that the result often sounds even more like me than if I had written it word for word myself, which sounds very counterintuitive. It sharpens my message, it simplifies my ideas. It helps me say the thing that I meant to say, but it helps me say it even better. And then because I've already honed the messaging so clearly, turning that podcast script into an email is a breeze. I use ChatGPT. I've trained it to write like I do, and it does. But, and this is a big but, there are limits. A while ago, I decided to test those limits. I put ChatGPT to the test and I asked a very specific question. How can I reach more life coaches who need help growing their business? I was looking for fresh strategies like, should I run a webinar, improve my podcast, try something new? And what it gave me was a regurgitated version of my own coaching method. I was reading it. I was like, this sounds familiar. It said, build a lead magnet, start a nurture sequence, send consistent content, make regular offers. I was reading it. No one was around, but I had to laugh. Like, I know that's literally what I teach. But what I needed was insight. I needed some feedback, strategic guidance based on what's working right now with my actual audience and my actual offers. And that's the difference. That's a big difference. AI can reflect your thinking back to you, but it can't think for you. It can't tell when you're second guessing yourself. It can't say, "Hey, I've seen this before in other coaches. You might be spinning out." It can't tell you to pause a launch, double down on a message, or scrap the lead magnet that's falling flat. It can help you build the idea that you have, but it can't help you decide on the idea. And that is where a coach comes in. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the 10 reasons why coaching with a real human is still the better investment if you want lasting results. And I will tell you that a lot of these are, yeah, they're all results, like, to the bottom line of getting revenue, but some of them are just like making making life better. So the first one, and these are not in any particular order. Number one is tailored guidance from real experience. Your coach isn't just pulling answers from a data set, they're pulling from lived experience, real wins, real failures, and real time feedback from real clients. AI can give you best practices. It's really good at that. But a coach sees your blind spots. AI only sees what you feed it. And a coach can see what you can't see yet. Okay, next one. Number two. And I can't decide which of these is more important because this one sticks out as very, very high up there. It's accountability that actually works. It's you have you ever told yourself, I'm gonna get that done this week, and then you just don't? A coach will remember that you said it. You'll remember that you said it. And they'll follow up. They'll call you on it when you ghost your goals. Of course, AI can make a checklist. It's also very good at that. But it can't say, hey, why are you avoiding this? What's really going on? And that leads perfectly into number three, emotional intelligence and empathy. A great coach feels what you are feeling. They know when to challenge you and when to slow down and just listen. AI can respond to words, but it doesn't feel the weight behind them. It doesn't feel the feelings behind it. Coaching is relational and relationships are emotional. Number four, real-time adaptability. In a coaching call, sometimes it happens. You can drop a bomb. You can shift direction. You can have a breakthrough you didn't see coming. A coach can pivot with you on the spot. And AI, it just gives you an output. It doesn't stay present with you as you process. And this one, real-time adaptability, really makes me laugh because I can totally picture ChatGPT's response when I tell it, actually, I changed my mind. I want to go back into corporate engineering. I know exactly what it would say. It'd be like, great idea, BJ. That's a career path with loads of stability and good pay. But a coach would challenge you. Is that really what you truly want? Does that get you to your big goals? Five is solving the right problem. Sometimes you're asking the wrong question, and a coach helps you figure that out. You might say, you might go to your coach with, why aren't people buying my offer? But an experienced coach will help you realize that the real question is my message resonating with the right person? AI will answer what you ask. A coach helps you ask the right thing. Number six, support in building habits that stick. You don't just need someone to tell you what to do. You need someone to walk with you while you do it. Habits take time. This feeling of resistance that when it's something that we don't when we feel like we don't want to do it, that resistance is real, a coach helps you move through it. AI can tell you the habit, but it can't help make it part of your identity. That identity-based habits is something I've talked about in the past. Number 7 is values-aligned decision-making. And this is all about making your business feel like you. Your business should be a reflection of you, and coaches help keep it that way. AI might tell you to do a strategy that works, quote unquote works, but if it doesn't feel right to you, your coach is the one who helps you find a path that aligns with your values and also still gets results. So it still fits into this framework of a path that we know that works, but it also has to be you, a reflection of you. And this is so big because is it really worth building a business that ends up feeling like it's not yours, like it's not your business? You would feel so trapped. Coaching is very not cookie cutter. And it has to be that way because as a coach, I'm trying to find the right way to show off this fire within you. What makes you inspired to show up to work every day? Okay, number 8, motivation through shared humanity. Sometimes what we need most isn't strategy, it's story. Your coach has been there. They've wrestled with imposter syndrome. They've launched to crickets. They've rebuilt things that didn't work. And that creates this shared humanity. It lights a fire in you, and no bot can replace that. Can you imagine what you would do if a robot tells you to burn your business down and rebuild? I mean, and then think about the same situation if you had a coach who you trust tells you that same thing. You would never listen to the AI tool. The only way that you'll have enough confidence in this process to do something massive is by relying on the trust in another human. Number 9 is the safe space to be real. Sometimes you need to vent. Sometimes you need to cry and to dream out loud. Coaching gives you this space. It's a container to be your full self. There's no judgment. It's not a performance. AI doesn't create safety. It doesn't hold space. This is a little more esoteric. How do I put this? Honestly, it's just waiting for your next prompt. It is just a robot. Number 10, the best of both worlds. So this is number 10 is here's the good news. I gave you 9 things that make the coach different from AI, and 10 is the good news that you don't have to choose one or the other. I think that there's this sweet spot. I know that there's a sweet spot where you can use AI with your coach. Let your coach help you figure out what to focus on, and then use AI to help you implement it faster, write better, or organize your thoughts. AI enhances the coaching. It doesn't replace it. So it all comes down to the bottom line. If you want momentum, clarity, habits, emotional support, aligned decisions, better offers, more clients in a business that grows long term, coaching is the lever that moves everything faster. Use AI, love AI, I love AI, but trust a coach to be your overall guide. Sometimes the best way to understand what coaching looks like is to see it in action. I created a free report that walks you through how I coached my client through making $40,000 to build her group coaching program, $40,000 launching it for the first time, and she tripled her annual profit that year to $350,000. So you can download that report at bjbutler.com/report. That's bjbutler.com/report. All right, that's it for this week. I'll talk to you next week.